Welcome back, Dave Northwest. Our next guest says if you prepare for a disaster, you'll never experience one. Here to share how to build a personal go bag, we welcome disaster preparedness expert Patrick Hardy. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So what got you into disasters and preventing disasters?
You know, I started my career on an ambulance, and then what happened was I saw Hurricane Katrina, and I traveled to Louisiana, and I ended up living there for 6 years about dealing with the response and the recovery. It was an amazing experience.
And what did that teach you? What did you learn from that experience?
That nothing you plan is ever going to go the way you expect.
Okay. And so the most important thing in an emergency is being prepared with, if you want to call it a go bag, or having the tools you need to get through that short-term experience.
Yeah, what I tell people is always have enough in your pockets to get to the next place of safety. So I call it the 5-pocket method, and I do that because I categorize the objects. You can see the objects we have here that sort of give you enough to be able to go to someone else's home or to an evacuation location or a shelter, whatever it is, be as self-empowered as you possibly can be.
And so let's start with number one. What are we looking at here?
Right, so there are 5 pockets here, so you can see I have 5 objects.
Right.
And so these are the categories: physical, psychological, personal, papers, and phone.
Okay.
And so we're going to start with the physical here, and you can see that one of the first things I tell people you need to be able to do in any disaster,
Right.
you got to be able to breathe. So no matter what happens, you should always have a mask of some kind, whatever that is. So like we obviously have everything going on with smoke, and you have specific kinds of smoke masks. And you want to have something at least to protect you from particulate matter, and that could be a fire, that could be an earthquake, that could be anything to protect you.
So just make sure you have something to cover your face.
Absolutely.
And some honey.
And then some honey, right?
Yeah.
Because, hey, that's just instant energy. And that's one of the things I tell people is have a little something that you can just take and gives you immediate energy.
Right.
Because in disasters, we have that gas moment, don't we? Where we're just going, I don't know what to do. I don't know where I'm supposed to go from here.
Right.
And that at least centers you a little bit and says, it gives me a little bit of a taste of something I really like.
Right.
Gives me a little bit of energy and gives me the chance to do what I have to do in the immediate term.
How long do you think honey will last? Do you need to change it out when you're...
Honey will last 100,000 years.
Oh.
They literally have pulled out honey from the tombs of Egyptian pharaohs.
So it's the most sustainable thing we can have.
Absolutely.
That's
It will
be
last
fresh.
you forever. As long as you take care of it, it will last you just like that. We could leave it there, and 100,000 years from now, somebody would be able to open that up and enjoy it just as we would today.
Amazing. Glasses.
Next is the psychological element, and I say one of the most important things you've got to do is you have to be able to see. You have to be able to see no matter what. So these are sunglasses because I live in sunny Southern California, but anything like you're wearing a pair of glasses today. So one of the things I say to folks is always have an extra pair, have different things to immediately calm you down, center you, and orient you to what's happening around you.
Yeah, that is, and always have a spare pair of glasses.
Absolutely.
And then light.
Right. So you want to be able to move. So we have to be able to move wherever we have to go, and this is a headlamp because one of the things I say to people is they always try to carry some kind of flashlight on them, and I say, why would you do that? Just put a headlamp on, then wherever you look, the light goes with you.
Well, and it keeps your hands free.
It does, and it allows you to do all the other tasks that you're going to have to do because depending upon the emergency, you're going to be pretty busy, so you want to make sure that you are instantly oriented, particularly if the lights go out.
Right.
Because that disorientation is when people start making bad choices because they simply don't know what to do and they don't know where to go.
And then papers.
Yes. So we all have those old driver's licenses that we never know what to do with. Now we do. So always keep an extra passport. This happens to be my passport because I carry it with me everywhere I go. But you could have an old expired driver's license, some way to identify yourself. Because if you're going to like a shelter, you need to have a way to actually be able to identify, say who you are.
Right.
Or if you're trying to talk to someone from the insurance companies. Because, for example, during the 2025 Los Angeles wildfires, you had people who wanted to return to their neighborhoods. And they were guarded by tactical LAPD or the National Guard. And they would say, I live in that house. And the National Guard would say, I have no idea if that's true or not.
Right.
You could be a looter. And looting was a very big deal. So you had instances where people literally couldn't get back to their homes, where if they'd simply even had an expired license with their photo, with their address, they could have instantly accessed their home.
And then communication is key.
It is huge. And what I say to folks is you don't have to have extra cell phones around. What I say is you should always have a couple of different kinds of chargers. So this one here, this is obviously a car charger, and I've obviously actually put this one in my car, so this one works. But then also having a different charger that uses a different mechanism. Right?
Oh, okay.
So this one can be plugged in.
So have one for an outlet, have one for a car.
Precisely. There are even solar powered ones where you can it actually gives you an instant charge. So depending upon where you are, you always can access your phone, because no matter what we want to say, no matter what a disaster preparedness expert will tell you, we're always going to have our phones.
Right.
And we always are going to rely on them. You have a cell phone, I have a cell phone, everyone has one. So the question is, how do we make sure that that critical lifeline where we communicate with friends, we communicate with family, we communicate with first responders, how do we make sure that that is always operating and in a place where when we need to use it, we can always access it?
Wow, great information. And we're going to have more information on our website at katu.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Steve.
And we're going to be right back with more AM Northwest right after this.